Hello everyone, it is Friday, October 7th, 2022. It's been a couple of weeks since I've done a video, so I apologize for that. But I have picked up a few things in the last few weeks, and I thought, let's get a video out of the way so I can clean some of this mess up a little bit. I also picked up some Halloween-themed pops, and then I picked up a couple of little figures, and there was a comic book show here, Amazing Con, a few weeks ago, and I picked up a couple of books there that I will show as well. So let's jump into it. Daredevil number 2, Legacy number 650 as it relates, and it is a second print. I just love this cover right here on the second print. A little bit of splash of green on that black and white. Hulk number 9. Fortnite Zero War number 5. I picked up a couple covers. I do not play Fortnite. I just like the covers. Here is a Wolverine cover that I enjoyed. And then, of course, you could not get away without purchasing the Secret Wars number 8 homage right there. Very cool. Batman 128. Dark Crisis, the Deadly Green. This is a one-shot, but it has a first appearance of Super Swamp Thing. We do love the Swamp Thing on this, so I grabbed this one. Book that I'm kind of excited to read. I haven't read a whole lot. This is Sergeant Rock. I'm a huge Sergeant Rock fan, especially the early Our Army at War books. And this is Sergeant Rock versus the Army of the Dead. It's a 6-issue part. This is part 1, cover A. Cover B. And then there was a bagged version, just had the sergeant stripes on there. I was not able to get one of those, hoping that my shop had ordered some on a reorder, so I can pick one of those up. Next one up, Deceased, War of the Undead Gods number 2. This is one of those little plastic, what do you call it? I can't think what you call it, but it's a cool cover. I grabbed it. The opening, the outer cover opens, and then there's another picture inside, so I grabbed that. Acetate, I think it is, an acetate cover. A lot of good reviews on this. I haven't read it yet. This is Batman One Bad Day Two-Face number 1. I believe this is a one-shot as well. Grab this because of the reviews. That is all of the mainstream books. We're going to do some independents, and there was a lot of independent books coming up. First one up, Creep Show number 1, cover A. The cover I really liked, this one here. Kind of more of an EC look there to it. And then a blank variant. Get a little sketch on it, a little sketch variant. Don't want to drop that. Next up is Stuff of Nightmares number 1 from Boom Studios. This was a regular cover. The glow in the dark, as you can kind of see a little bit in here. Kind of a glow in the dark version right there. Cool cover there anyways. Really getting into the Halloween season. Here was another Stuff of Nightmares number 1. This is another black, what do you call it? Glow in the dark right there. Really nice. For you horror fans out there, this is Cradle of Filth number 3. This is the Elizabeth Bathory homage cover. Of course, they called her the Blood Countess because she would bathe in blood. Believed that it kept her young. And then she died a very lonely death in a tower. So there was that. Nice cover. Elvira, Nightmare on Elm Street homage right there. I mean, the original movie poster right there was a kind of a homage to that, which I love. And then, of course, on the bed, there's that. A cover that was, you know, in my opinion, kind of risque right there. This is Florida Man number 3 from American Mythology. Girl sitting on the toilet, but look where the snake is. Right there. Surprise, surprise. These sold very well for that. Just that was a cover purchase only. Just like this was a cover purchase only. I loved the cover when I saw this. This is The Vampire Slayer number 6. I just like that cover right there. A friend of mine told me that's apparently Willow from the original, you know, the character. But you can kind of see like the zombies coming up or vampires, whatever you want to call it right there. But just a really nice cover. I did read this story. I thought it was pretty good. This is Briar, excuse me, number 1 from Boom Studios. Kind of a Sleeping Beauty type of storyline, but just a really good story. Had a good storyline, had good, definitely something I will watch. Something that I will read when the second issue comes out, right there. Grimm number 5, cover A. And the hollow foil cover. Read it, loved it. Still one of the better storylines out there, in my opinion. Again, these are just my opinions right here. And then Pentagram of Horror, what number was this? 5. This is the last issue of this series. 5 of 5 right there. Hit and miss on the stories, but you know what? Is what it is. One little stack left of the Independents. This came out this past week. Dark Ride number 1, cover A. Cool little creature right there. Cover, well, one of the covers, B or whatever, but the pumpkin I thought was really cool, nice for Halloween, so I grabbed it. Archie Halloween Spectacular, picked up this one. New characters coming up. A lot of people were upset about this issue here. This is Gun Honey. This is Blood for Blood number 2. I believe it was number 2. Yes, right here. And the reason people were upset is because in the previews and in the pre-sales, there was a black bar across this area here, making people think that this was possibly the topless homage or the topless cover of this book. So shops ordered it heavily because it sells real well, and then it wasn't. It came in a poly bag. So they were upset that if it wasn't, why did you put a black bar over it and kind of give people the idea that it was going to be a topless cover. This was another cover here. And then the Art Germ cover, which I thought was really cool, just the yellow black splash. Next up, this is from Dynamite, Sweetie, the Candy Vigilante. Kind of a cool cover right there. Junkyard Joe, of course, a character that was from the original storyline, Geiger, was selling really, really well. This was cover A. There was a ton of covers on this. I think way too many covers on it. I think they had like 6, but I picked up cover A, and I picked up this cover here only because I like the fact that it has all the characters on the cover right there. Night of the Ghoul, number 1. Another book that sold very, very well, very quickly off the shelves. And Earth Divers. Apparently this has already been optioned. This is from IDW, and it sold very, very quickly as well. Earth Divers, number 1. And there you have the books that I picked up for this past week. Now, we love Halloween on this channel. We've talked about that 1,000 times, so I will show you a couple of the Halloween pops I picked up that came out recently for the Halloween season. First up, Elvira, a 40th anniversary pop. I cannot believe she's been around for 40 years. I've been watching Elvira since I was a kid in San Diego, and you can pick her up off of KTLA Channel 9 out of Los Angeles. Watched her every Saturday night at 11:35, right after the news. Next up, Sam from Trick or Treat. My wife and I, one of our favorite movies. We watch it every Halloween night. Love the character, love the movie. And then a classic pop, Carrie, Bloody Carrie. Love Bloody Carrie, love the movie Carrie. Of course, that scene at the end, the jump scare. I remember when I first saw that, it made me jump just like it would. That was 1976. I was only 9 years old when I saw that. Went to a drive-in theater, and we watched it at the drive-in when I was 9. Scared the hell out of me, but I love that stuff. I picked up a couple of figures, and the only reason I picked these up is because, well, I like the characters, but they're unpunched. Unpunched, came out of the case unpunched. I picked up a Green Goblin. The boxes are absolutely perfect in condition. I picked up a Moon Knight. We love Moon Knight here on the channel. Old Moon Knight, not wild about the show, but I do love the character Moon Knight. And then Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man right there. And again, everything unpunched. I love it unpunched. I don't open them up. It's just one of those things where if you're going to sell them down the line, what are they going to want? They're going to want punch that's been hanging on the wall, or do they want the unpunched ones? A few more books to show. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is 128. This was a variant cover. Do not look at the price because that is not the price I paid for it right there. Really cool cover. I just like the cover, so I picked it up. Hell Witch Annual. This is the CGC graded version variant. It is limited to 400 copies. I just thought it was cool. Got a good price on it, so I picked it up. That was kind of the recent stuff. And then I did go to Amazing Con only on Friday because I did have to work the next day. And I wasn't going to, try to rush after work or take time off work to go there. So I went Friday night after work because it didn't open basically until like 4 o'clock, something like that. So I was able to make it. And I was able to find 3 books. Nothing spectacular. Of course, the price of some books on the first day are going to be really, really high. That's why I kind of like going on the last day to pick up some deals. But the first day, there's not a whole lot of deals, but I did pick up 3 books that I was very happy with. The first one I picked up, War is Hell, number 17, Pre-Code 1953. I love, love, love the, if you look at that old cover right there, the soldier gunning down the Japanese soldier. There's that right there, War is Hell, number 17, Pre-Code. Not a spectacular book, but a book that was in pretty decent condition at a really, really good price. So I picked it up. This is Unexpected, number 144. Nick Cardy cover. We love our Nick Cardy on this cover. The big cat, the guy running from it, I thought was really good. And then a book that I picked up in high grade. This is a book that, not that it's expensive, but it is a very controversial cover when it came out. It's a hard cover to find. It's really sought after. This is War is Hell, number 12. In super high grade condition. When I say super high grade, 859 and above. This is War is Hell number 12. It's the Japanese soldier with the girl tied up, going to cut her head off. The soldier coming in trying to protect her. Really, really cool cover. Sought after cover. People like covers like this, especially ones that depict, World War II type action. But again, you don't find a lot of it in high grade. So I went to a booth. I was going through books, saw it. I said, how much? They gave me a price. I'm like, I'll take it. And there was that with the books. Now, there is a show coming up. November 5th is a Saturday. I believe it's Saturday. It is a Saturday, November 5th at the Flamingo Library Show, which is, I'll put the information up on like Instagram and things like that. But it is the yearly show that the public library has on Flamingo. It's the biggest show for local collectors here in Nevada, in Las Vegas. It's a great show every year. They say sometimes up to 70-75% of the people who actually collect comic books will go to this show. So we will have our booth there like we do every year. Looking forward to it. I was getting stuff ready. We're going to have a lot of really new books that have been issued, some more vintage that hasn't been released yet. I'm even going to pull some higher end vintage out to put up there, first come, first serve, because I really, really do like those books. And then in December, we have the Old School Comic Con in December. That's the one that's on the library on, the Flamingo Library on Cheyenne and I want to say Buffalo. It's only been done. There's been 2 of them. This will be the 3rd show, but the first 2 have been really, really good. Really good. Just nothing but comic book sellers. It's a small show. It's a one-day show, but there's just tons of people who show up, and it's a really, really good time. And then again, like I said, the Flamingo Show, which is the yearly show that comes up on Flamingo, the main public library on Flamingo here in Las Vegas, is going to be really busy. And I will post more information on that show on my Instagram, on my Facebook, and then I'll show, I'll be pushing a little bit more here on this channel as we lead up to it because it's a really, really good show. And that is also a one-day show on Saturday, November 5th. So there was that. Again, I apologize for the delay. I have a back injury. I hurt my back. So I am, just trying to take it easy and do the things I need to do to get back to work full time. If not, I would have done more videos. But again, sometimes, like I said before in the channel, life gets in the way, but here we are getting this video done. I look forward to the upcoming videos. I look forward to seeing everybody. If you have a question or something, don't hesitate to ask it. Again, I'm a little rusty because it's been a few weeks and I'm kind of tired right now. So there was that. I hope you liked the books. I hope you liked the pops and the little figures. And again, if you can find them unpunched, those are the ones you're going to want and just put them away because there's always going to have big resale value on that. And again, I'll show you that War is Hell comic again. because you don't see it a lot. At least I don't see it a lot in high grade. And I got a really good deal on it, so I'm real happy to add that. That's a personal collection book right there. So there it is. So I hope you liked the video, but as always, if you didn't, nothing I can do for you. Have a great day. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. If you are a subscriber, thank you. Let somebody know if, maybe they will enjoy the contents of this channel, and hit the little bell so you know when the new videos come out. So be safe. Happy Halloween coming up, and I'll see you real soon.